Okay, it's been so long since I did a StreamYard live, but here we are. So today we're reading a children's book in Spanish. As an adult, that's a very funny sentence. But anyway, if you're into language learning at all, if you've ever looked into like how to learn languages, da da da, da, you probably heard the advice to either read children's books or watch children's TV shows and movies. And the thing is, as an adult, reading and watching children's content can be kind of boring, but this book actually made me laugh out loud when I read it yesterday. I don't know if it's as funny as I felt like it was. So y'all tell me. Anyway, let's get into it. It's called Yo Quiero Mi Sombrero by Jon Klassen. I think that's how you say it. I hope that's how you say it. Okay. I'm gonna try not to laugh. So if you know me, you know that when I find something really funny, it's hard for me to say it without laughing, but I'm gonna work on it. Okay, let's see. So, ¿dónde está mi sombrero? No lo encuentro. So the bear is like, where's my hat? Oh, I didn't even tell you. I want my hat. That's the name of the book. Yo quiero mi sombrero. And so the first thing he says is, ¿Dónde está mi sombrero? Where is my sombrero? Where's my hat? No lo encuentro. Like I can't find it. And you see him. It's a bear, I think. I'm not good at animals. So he finds this fox and he says, ¿Sabes dónde está mi sombrero? Do you know where my sombrero is? And the fox says, Yo no he visto ningún sombrero. I haven't seen any hats. Like, and then the bear says back, Gracias, adios. So thanks, bye. The funny part's coming up. Okay. So he finds this frog and he says, ¿Sabes dónde está mi sombrero? Do you know where my hat is? And the frog says, Yo no he visto. No, yo no he visto ningún sombrero por aquí. And then the bear says, Gracias, adios. So he asks, Do you know where my hat is? The frog's like, I haven't seen any hats here. And then he says, Thanks, bye. So then he finds this rabbit and he says, ¿Sabes dónde está mi sombrero? Do you know where my hat is? And the rabbit says, No. ¿Por qué me preguntas a mí? Let me finish. Well, should I translate as I go? He's like, No, why are you asking me? Yo no he visto ningún sombrero. I haven't seen any hat. Yo nunca robaría un sombrero. I would never steal a hat. No me hagas más preguntas. Don't ask me any more questions. And then the bear is like, Gracias, adios. Thank you, bye. The image is kind of funny too. Okay, so you see him, the bear and the rabbit. So then the bear goes on. He finds a turtle and he says, "Sabes dónde está mi sombrero? Do you know where my hat is?" I probably shouldn't have to translate that sentence anymore, but anyway. Estoy intentando escalar esta roca. No he visto nada más en todo el día. So the turtle says, and you'll see in the picture, I'm trying to climb this rock. I haven't seen anything else all day. And then the bear's like, ¿Quieres que te ayude a subirla? Do you want me to help you climb it? And the turtle says, Sí, por favor. Interestingly enough, little grammar note for Spanish. Or let me show you the picture first. I'm so scatterbrained. So this is the turtle. He's like, have you seen the bear? Ask him if he's seen his hat. And he's like, man, I've been trying to climb this rock all day. I ain't seen nothing else. But a little grammar note for Spanish. ¿Quieres que te ayude a subirla? That's subjunctive. And you use the subjunctive when it's asking if you or someone else wants something to be done by another person. And so since he asked the turtle, do you want, and then me to do something, it's que te ayude instead of te ayuda. Next page. He finds the snake and he says, ¿Sabes dónde está mi sombrero? Do you know where my hat is? And the snake says, Hace tiempo vi un sombrero. Era azul y redondo. And the snake says, I saw a hat a while ago. It was blue and round. And then the bear says, Ese no es mi sombrero. Gracias a Dios. That's not my hat. Thanks. Bye. So then I don't know what this is. Is this a possum, y'all? See, I told you I'm bad at animals. Or is it an armadillo? I'm gonna go with possum. I don't know. Anyway, that's not the point. So, ¿sabes dónde está mi sombrero? That's what the bear says. And the whatever this is says, ¿Qué es un sombrero? What is a hat? And then the bear just says, Gracias, adios, Thanks, bye. I thought that was really funny. Okay, so now the bear is laying down. He's feeling pretty down and out. You see him? He says, Nadie ha visto mi sombrero. Nobody has seen my hat. Y si nadie lo encuentra, and if no one finds it, y si ya no lo vuelvo a ver, and if I never see it again, he's like, mi bonito sombrero, my beautiful hat, lo echo mucho de menos. Oh, I miss it so much. That's so sad. Anyway, it's gonna get funny, I promise. So now, Jesus, y'all, is this a deer? I think it's a deer. I told you I'm bad at animals. And so this deer, or whatever it is, walks up and it says, ¿Qué te pasa? Like, what's up with you? What's going on? And he says, the bear says, He perdido mi sombrero y nadie lo ha visto. I lost my hat and nobody has seen it. And the deer says, ¿Cómo es tu sombrero? And so how is your hat? Like, what does it look like, basically? And the bear says, Es rojo y puntiagudo y... So it's red and pointed and then it's just like dot 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 because he's sitting here processing his life right now. The next page it made me laugh. Okay, he says un momento. The bear says un momento, 1 minute. Ya sé quién tiene mi sombrero. I already know who has my hat. You see him? It's red background. He's real animated now. Okay. Honestly, this is where I stopped reading because I was like, oh, that's funny. I thought it was the end. It was not the end. So then you see him running past all the animals that he just talked to, right? And then he says he sees the rabbit. You see the rabbit with the hat that's red and pointy. He says, Fuiste tú, it was you. Tú me robaste el sombrero. You stole the hat from me. So the next page, you see them eye to eye. Which is really funny because I remember the rabbit was so defensive in the beginning, but I just thought like he ain't like being accused of nothing and he felt, but no, my man stole it. Okay, anyway, now here's the next page. Me encanta mi sombrero. That's the bear. He says, I love my hat. He has it back. He's chilling, living his best life and all that. Now this gets a tiny bit dark, but I mean, it's the way life works. So now a squirrel walks up to the bear and he says, Perdona, excuse me. ¿Has visto un conejo con un sombrero? Have you seen a rabbit with a hat? And then the bear says, ¿Por qué me preguntas a mí? Why are you asking me? Yo no sé dónde está. I don't know where it is. No he visto ningún conejo. No he visto ningún conejo por aquí. I haven't seen any rabbit here. Yo nunca me comería un conejo. I would never eat a rabbit. No me hagas más preguntas. Don't ask me any more questions, which is so funny because it echoes the rabbit's response in the beginning. And so the squirrel says, gracias, adios. As you know, though, that defensiveness is saying something. And so comería is in the conditional, which, like would do that kind of thing. Or so he was like, I would never eat a rabbit. And y'all, that's the end of it. So that's why I said it gets a little bit dark because I'm pretty sure he ate that rabbit. But I mean, bears eat rabbits occasionally. So anyway, was it funny? Because I laughed out loud when I read in the book. So I was like, I gotta buy this. I gotta buy it. I gotta find somebody to give it to. This book right here. Okay, y'all, that's the end of our reading a Spanish children's book. What do you think? Because honestly, it really depends on your learning style if something like this is for you. Like for me, it kind of works because like I did this starting out in Spanish. I read a children's book called like I Love Apples or something. And it's obviously not for the content, but it's like, okay, you can see the ways the different grammatical structures are used, right? You see how nouns are and how adjectives modify them. So do they put the adjective before the noun? Do they put it after the noun? That kind of thing. You can see some different grammatical structures, and it's really simple language. Like all of this has been pretty repetitive, so that can get boring. But I just wanted to introduce you to the idea. Maybe you find a Spanish children's book or something. Speaking of which, I highly recommend the Libby app, which is completely free. You just put in your library cards from whatever libraries. You can check out their ebooks, their audiobooks. They got magazines. Do they have movies on there? I don't know. They have a lot of stuff. Hoopla is the same way. You just put in your library card. And yeah, that's the end of this video. Let me see. turn it off. Okay, end stream. Bye bye. Why isn't it working? Okay, there you go. I think it's ending.